Problem 7. Mark and Melanie are 2 of the 10 students who volunteered to tutor children after school. 4 students are selected to tutor at South Elementary. Find the probability that Mark and Melanie are among the 4 selected. So we have 10 students who have volunteered, and we're going to pick 4 tutors. And we want to know, of those 10 students, 2 in particular, Mark and Melanie, we want to know what's the probability that they will be 2 of the 4 students selected. So what's the probability that Mark and Melanie will get selected? Well, let's first of all put down the ways, how many different ways we could get 4 of the tutors out of 10 students. That's the total outcomes. So that would be a combination of 10 taken 4 at a time, wouldn't it? There are 10 students, we're choosing 4 of them. We could do it that many different ways. Now, some of those ways are going to include Mark and Melanie. So let's talk about how we would count those number of ways. Well, if we're going to be guaranteed that Mark and Melanie are there, that's really only one way that can happen, if they're both there. But that one way that can happen, then we have what? 8 students to choose from after that, and we're choosing 2 out of those 8. And so all the different ways that we could do that, times the one way we could get Mark and Melanie, is going to be the number of successes. So that really comes down to only one way to get Mark and Melanie, you have to get them both, times a combination of 8 taken 2 at a time. How many different ways could we choose 2 out of the remaining 8 volunteers once we've taken Mark and Melanie out? So that gives us a permutation of 8 taken 2 at a time over 2 factorial over a permutation of 10 taken 4 at a time over 4 factorial, which is going to give us 8 times 7 over 2 times 1 over 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 over 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Well, 2 goes into 8 4 times, so 4 times 7 is 28 is our numerator. And let's see what we can do to simplify things here. 4 and 2 will take out the 8. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So I have 3 times 7 is 21. 21 times 10 is 210. So 28 out of 210, which, let's see, that reduces or switches, if we switch it to a decimal, it's 0.133, which tells us that roughly 13% of the time, when we're choosing those 4 tutors out of those 10 students, 13% of the time, Mark and Melanie would be included in that group.